Throughout history, great thinkers and heroes have grappled with the same questions: what makes us strong? How do we overcome our limitations? In today's journey, we'll uncover how the profound philosophies of Nietzsche and Freud echo in the modern myths of Superman and Batman, where power, love, and human nature collide. The story of Nietzsche, Freud, and Lou Andreas-Salomé versus Superman and Batman, exploring relationships, philosophy, and psychology. Welcome to today's deep dive into the fascinating relationships and philosophical tensions between Friedrich Nietzsche, Sigmund Freud, and Lou Andreas-Salomé, and how they compare to the modern-day myths of Superman and Batman. A journey through philosophy and pop culture. Have you ever wondered how the complex relationships of real historical figures like Nietzsche and Freud compare to the dynamic between fictional heroes like Superman and Batman? Today, we explore how these two sets of figures reflect on relationships, power, and the human condition. Slide 3. Nietzsche and Salomé, Love and Rejection. Nietzsche and Lou Andreas-Salomé. A story of unrequited love. Friedrich Nietzsche, the famed philosopher behind the concept of the Übermensch fell deeply in love with the brilliant Lou Andreas-Salomé. However, Salomé rejected his marriage proposal, leading Nietzsche into a period of heartbreak that influenced his later works on power, loneliness, and self-overcoming. Salomé's influence on Freud and Salomé. An intellectual partnership. Unlike Nietzsche, Sigmund Freud found in Salomé a close intellectual collaborator. Salomé became one of Freud's most valued students and colleagues in psychoanalysis. Together, they explored human desire, repression, and the unconscious mind, with Salomé contributing significantly to Freud's work on sexuality. Salomé, the bridge between two thinkers. Lou Andreas-Salomé. The bridge between Nietzsche and Freud. Lou Andreas-Salomé played a pivotal role in connecting Nietzsche's existential philosophy with Freud's psychological analysis. She understood and engaged with both men's ideas, standing at the intersection of philosophy and psychoanalysis, a rare and influential figure in their lives. Superman, the Übermensch. In modern myth, Superman as the Übermensch, power and responsibility. Superman, with his godlike abilities and unwavering moral compass, reflects many of Nietzsche's ideas of the Übermensch. He rises above ordinary human constraints and dedicates himself to the greater good. Just as Nietzsche envisioned a person who creates their own values, Superman carves his own path, balancing power with responsibility. Batman, trauma and repression. Batman as Freud's case study, trauma, repression, and desire. Batman, unlike Superman, represents a darker, more complex hero. His trauma and quest for justice align with Freud's theories of repression and the unconscious mind. Batman's inner turmoil, driven by the murder of his parents, mirrors the struggles Freud explored in human psychology, where past experiences shape behavior and desires. Relationship parallels. Salomé and Lois Lane. Lou Andreas-Salomé and Lois Lane. Strong women shaping men. Lou Andreas-Salomé's influence on Nietzsche and Freud can be compared to Lois Lane's role in Superman's life. Both are strong, independent women who challenge these powerful men. However, while Salomé shaped the intellectual paths of Nietzsche and Freud, Lois represents emotional grounding for Superman, keeping him connected to humanity. Nietzsche's Übermensch versus Superman. Nietzsche's Übermensch versus Superman. Rising above. Nietzsche's Übermensch seeks to rise above societal norms and create new values, just as Superman transcends the limits of humanity. Both figures reflect the ideal of rising above limitations, whether they be societal or physical, to become something greater. Freud's theories and Batman's psyche. Freud's psychoanalysis and Batman. Exploring the dark side. Freud's exploration of the unconscious, trauma, and repression can be seen in Batman's struggle with his own darkness. Batman's quest to impose order on a chaotic world parallels Freud's belief that civilization is built on controlling our primal instincts, like fear and aggression. The human condition. Real versus fictional heroes. Real versus fictional heroes. Common themes of power and vulnerability. Despite the differences between real-life thinkers like Nietzsche and Freud and fictional characters like Superman and Batman, they all grapple with similar questions. How do we balance power and vulnerability? How do we face our inner conflicts and external challenges? These stories highlight the shared human condition. Conclusion. Philosophy and pop culture. understanding human nature. In conclusion, whether we're looking at the intellectual battles of Nietzsche and Freud or the heroic struggles of Superman and Batman, we're exploring fundamental truths about power, relationships, and the human psyche. Thank you for joining us in this journey through philosophy and pop culture. Call to action: what's your take? Subscribe for more. What are your thoughts on these parallels between real-world thinkers and fictional heroes? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into philosophy, psychology, and pop culture. This presentation balances deep insights with a professional tone, making the topic accessible while preserving the complexity of the subject matter. You can input this directly into Pictory, complete with matching visuals, voiceovers, and transitions.